Hey, good afternoon. It's Garmin Wilson here from GarminWilson.com. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about what I see happening in terms of companies and their marketing. Um, and I was inspired to do this recording because I had a client who told me just this year that they had spent a lot of money on some ads and didn't see the result that they anticipated. In fact, they lost money on their event that they were doing because they didn't make it back. Additionally, I had another client who told me that they spent a lot of money in 2018 on ads. I mean, it shocked me how much money it was. It was like tens of thousands of dollars for their business. And unfortunately, they did not feel like they got the result that they anticipated. And so I started thinking about it, and I also saw people posting on Facebook, like some entrepreneurs who were saying how tough it is right now to get clients. And I also saw maybe one or two companies doing some marketing, and I thought that marketing is not going to work. Um, but not to just from my observation. And so I wanted to address this a little bit and talk about why I think that a lot of companies' marketing is now failing, and what I think you should do about it. So let's address why I think it's failing and what the issue is at this point. And to me, I think a lot of businesses have or are looking for quick wins. I think up till this point in our history, from what I've seen, marketing has been relatively easy in the Bahamas. It's actually been advertising. We haven't done a lot of marketing. Basically, people would run an ad and money would come from the ad. Basically, the ad would simply say what they have to offer, where they're located, and what's the price, their number or whatever, and call them, and that's it. They would make money. Unfortunately, this level of marketing is not working anymore. There's a lot of stuff going on. The economy is not what it used to be. There's a lot more competition from businesses, local and international. Consumers have a lot more things going on where they're more distracted, and these kind of ads are not getting through to them. So, you know, I believe that if businesses want to see result, they have to then do something differently. And for me, that is you should invest in long-term strategies using internet tools. Anybody that knows me know that I'm big on the internet, and that I feel that we are, as a society, as a business community in the Bahamas, barely scratching the surface of what can be done with the internet. And I'm not even talking about anything groundbreaking or revolutionary. I mean, just in terms of businesses using the tools that have been around for the last 10 years, using them correctly to to um, to interact with their customers and to generate revenue for their business. So let's talk about these tools. First of all, invest in long-term strategies using internet tools. So let's look at the tools. So the tools have been around, like I said, for a little while. You have the website, you have social media, and you have email. Now, a lot of businesses have websites, but what I found is those websites are not set up correctly. Um, like again, if you followed me or you've seen me talk about this, you know what my pet peeve is. A lot of businesses that do get websites have unfortunately gotten them from I think graphic designers for the most part, and the complete focus is okay. We want to make this website pretty. We want to put some bells and whistles on there, but that is not what it takes to for a business website. It's nice to look at, but it doesn't necessarily work in terms of making you money on the internet. That is not to say that a business website is not attractive. It is, but out of looking attractive and making money, you always focus on the making money first and then make it attractive. There are strategies and things that you should be using to make this happen. And I'll talk about that in a future video. Next is internet tools. Is your social media. Same thing as the website. A lot of businesses are now using social media, um, but some businesses are still say not interested in it, which is crazy. There are 230,000 Bahamians resident in the Bahamas between the ages of 18 and 65 that are on Facebook. If you're not on there, then I don't I don't understand what you're in business about, you know. So you need to get on there. And then when you use social media, it is to be social, and a lot of businesses, of course, are struggling with that as a tool. And then when it comes to email, again, for years we've done email in the Bahamas, but we've done it again. We've taken this shortcut, looking for quick wins type of email, which is similar to the ad, which you just put your ad, you put your ad out there with your brochure, your flyer, and you want people to come and buy. That's the extent of our email. It's been essentially what is considered spam in the United States. People haven't gotten deep into email and did like relationship marketing and really starting to use email like autoresponders and all this kind of stuff to influence their customer. So again, for those businesses that are struggling, that are finding it more difficult, they need to employ more tools and better strategies to start connecting and attracting customers. The old stuff still works, mind you, but this stuff is long term, and once you set it in motion, it becomes more valuable over time. And that's what I tell my clients about, like for instance, their website. Your website, at the start of your website, it's just there. um, in and of itself, it won't attract, it won't make you money. It's what you do with it. And the more you use the strategy, the more valuable it comes over time. And if you get all three of these things working together in addition with your traditional marketing, you'll have a really powerful system that generates business for you. So let's take a quick look at the strategies. So the strategy that I'm going to propose for you today is basically a content strategy. In today's world on the internet, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of distractions. You don't need to be the most popular business. You don't need to try and aim for popularity or even viral or going viral. What you need to focus on is who is your customer and how can you serve them. And so I'll try to give you an example. Let's say you're in the construction field and you build residential homes, and so of course you're looking for families or single homeowners or what have you, mainly probably I guess families who are looking to build their home to come with you. So a easy way, I guess the way people do it now is you depend on word of mouth, or you may be advertising and you say, oh, I do construction, here's my price, or whatever the case may be, I'll give you a free quote. That's what you do. In this strategy, what you do is you can continue that, but in this strategy, what you do is you use content. And so what you do, instead of just saying, hey, this is what I have to offer, this is my price, here's my quote, what you start to do long term is you create content on your website and that you post to your website. So for instance, you may produce a piece of content that says 10 things to look out for when you're uh, hiring a contractor, right? So somebody who's interested in building a house, who is looking for a contractor, may be very interested in that article. Now, once they read that article, where are they going to read it? On your site. Who are they going to trust because they read it? You. And so if you have a lot of this kind of content that is educating people, that is showing them information, that is directing them, what is the process of going through and registering your business plan, not business plan, sorry, your home plans, or basically teach them something about the process, that the stuff that they're going to encounter. And because you know your industry and you know the type of problems that people go through when they're getting their home, um, you know you can shoot short videos using your cell phone. If you don't want to write actual articles, you can just speak into a cell phone. You don't have to worry about doing any special production. You could just be on a construction site with a cell phone and talk and go live and post it on your website as a feed. Now, once you have the content on your website, you can then share this website out to your social media network, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can send it to people on WhatsApp. If you're talking to a prospective client, you can say, hey, here's a link to my website where I have this thing. You can go and check it out. The whole point is, by having this content, you become the authority. You become the person that they trust because they see you putting this content out there that is relevant to them. When you share this content out to social media, for instance, now persons who are on social media, again, you're not looking for popularity. You're looking for that person who is thinking about buying a home. or who may be thinking about buying a home in the future, or not buying, sorry, constructing a home, they're going to come back to your site and they're going to read that article. Now, to you, that may not be a sale, not in the immediate term, but 6 months down the line, 3 months down the line, whatever, when they're ready to purchase, you want them to have had several interactions with you where they trust you, where they see the quality of your work, um, and they've been interacting with you. They're more likely to come to you. So, this is again a long term strategy. So, when that person comes from social media and they come to your website, that's called lead generation, by the way. Um, and that's somebody who's interested in purchasing your product, your product or service. Um, Next, you want to have a capture form on your website, and this is what I talk about: having your website set up correctly. You just don't throw the information and assume that people are going to go through it and call you. You want to capture that information, capture information from them, whether it's their name, their email, whether it's a cell phone number, and then you can use your email or that medium to then tell them more about who you are, more about your products and services, show them evidence of what you do, show them testimonials, and you can send them more content. Again, in terms of marketing, you have to think long term. Most people don't understand the strategy behind marketing, but basically, it is this: it is consistency and it's familiarity. So, you want people to interact with you on a regular basis, 7, 10, 20, 50 times, and they will begin to trust you because of that and more likely to purchase from you. So focus on interacting with people as much as possible and having them see your brand. And a way to do that is to create content on your website, to capture their information, and then to interact with them on a regular basis. Um, and so all of these things work together. You can then have offers on your website. You can have it through your social media, and you can send it in your email. So when you do have something to sell, or when you are doing a promotion, you've already kind of warmed up the room. You've already introduced yourself. You've already interacted with these people. You're not just coming in cold and saying buy, buy, buy. You've already established a groundwork, and then you can build on top of that. And that's kind of the strategy, or at least one of the strategies that businesses need to be focused on. You need to have these tools. And use them correctly to for business. And this is just one of the ways. For instance, you can use a website. There are several other ways, but a website, social media, and email are important tools in your marketing and sales strategy. Um, so yeah, pretty much that's it. Find me at garminwilson.com. I basically work with businesses to get them online, to get them using internet and internet tools to succeed. You can find me or email me at info@garminwilson.com, or you can call me at 809-2725. Have a great day.